corporate, if you use the PVS, so do you have that kind of understanding? No, right?
Like compared to like MCS, right?
Mm,
So PVS, it's like it's running on the network base. So
correct.
and the second thing is that uh, like in the MCS, you need to create an that what what was that in the PVS, right?
Okay.
In the one
Okay,
single image.
I will fine. I will before discussing about PVS, let me discuss something in the basic level of concept.
Mhm.
So you know that in generally if you purchase any laptop or desktop, so that system sometime come up with without OS, right? So we need to put the OS in most of the case. Some laptop will come up with the pre-installed OS, but in corporate they need to use their own customized operating system. So this one anyone knows in corporate who is purchasing the high quantity of laptop or desktop in corporate they will not use the plain OS. So they need to use their own customized software based on their environment. So because you got it right. So is anyone aware of this one? For example, if you are working on TCS or Cognizant or Wipro, they will not use the plain OS which is pre-installed or else which is provided by the vendor itself. So they will not use it. They will buy laptop and then their own customized operating system will be installed. For the installation, you can't put pen drive in each and every laptop and then they will not install the operating system. For that, what they will do, in generally now we are using Intune and then SCCM and then Microsoft product one more called WDS. Okay, Windows Deployment WT, Windows Deployment Tool. What this tool will do? This is one of the role in the Windows also. Let me show you. If you configure this one, here you can see right a Windows Deployment Service. Just read this one. You can read completely read. Windows Deployment Service provide a simplified, secure means of rapidly and remotely deploying Windows operating system to the computers over the network. So you can see, right? For this particular service, if you enable in the server, you need to create some ISO file and then you need to keep it here. Also, you need to link with the DSCP. So once you linked, suppose if you purchased a file laptop, okay, this is a WTE server, WTS, okay. So you have this network, okay. So you have network. This is network. So you need to do ISO file you need to create and then you need to do some configuration once everything is did. So you purchased file laptop without OS. Okay. So you have a laptop on your desk, file laptop. So this is without OS. So if you connect this laptop to this network where you have WTS server connected. So like how the DSCP will work? Anyone can tell me how the DSCP will work? See, what is the role of DSCP, man? So what it will do? See,
Providing IP
correct.
address.
So always the DSCP will monitor any unauthorized person. Unauthorized person means like without address. If anyone is connecting to the network, if the devices don't have IP address, automatically DSCP what it will do? First, it will discover any devices connected to the network without any proper IP address. Okay, if the devices don't have IP address, it will offer the IP address. Okay, and then the device will receive the IP address from DSCP. Once the device received IP address from DSCP, DSCP will acknowledge, okay, you received this IP address from me, you can keep that IP address. So this is called DORA process. So simply, if anyone has asked, DSCP will work on DORA process. DORA process nothing but when some device is connected to the network without any IP address. So DSCP will provide the IP address. The end device will receive the IP address. Finally, DSCP will acknowledge the IP address. So similar way, if any device is connected, that devices don't have operating system, automatically this WTS, what it will do, it will push the operating system to all the laptop. From single image, you are pushing operating system to n number of devices at the same time. Just basic understanding I'm just giving. So similar kind of concept we are going to use in the PVS also. But now this is old technology, but post that only SCM and then Intune came. So this is clear. And SCM we have, and then Intune also we have. From Intune also you can push OS. From SCM also you can push OS to the laptop or desktop, but that device should be in the same network. Then only this role can be push the operating system to the end device. End device is nothing but your desktop or laptop. So this is clear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me go to new one. Now coming to Citrix concept. So we are creating Citrix machine catalog by three method. One is manual. We need to create VM and then we need to install VDA and then we need to install record application and then we need to add to the machine catalog and delivery group. That's a manual. Then MCS and then PVS. So manual and then PVS, but you don't know about PVS. Why we need to use PVS? So you are clear now. Just forget about manual method. Just we'll discuss one more time about MCS. So what we used to do usually, if you want to create MCS as a your machine catalog provision method, so what it will do, what you will do, you will create one master image like a master VM, otherwise a golden VM. So once you create master VM, you will install the record application and then you will install the VDA software. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, once you install VDA, everything is ready. Once you made the communication between controller and the master image, what you will do based on your requirement, you will create the machine catalog. For example, if you want to create 5 machines, so it will create 5 machines. Just consider for 2 machines. Okay, so this machine is having 30 GB of space, that is storage. The second these two machine also will have 30 GB, right, individually locally. 30 GB hard disk to store OS. So 30 GB hard disk per OS. The similar way, this device also will have 30 GB for hard disk, okay, for OS. This VM also will have 30 GB HD OS. So this is clear, right? So what is the size of master VM? The same amount of this size will be created for the child VM also. But here we are creating cloning concept only, but each and every VM will have their own hard disk to store the operating system. So this is clear, right? So now you created two machines. So what is the storage consumed here? Totally 60 GB, correct? Total 60 GB. But coming to the PVS concept, why we need to use PVS? So PVS setup you need to create additionally, but MCS you no need to do any additional configuration after creating the site. By default, you will get the option to create MCS based machine catalog. The only one thing you need to pre-configure before creating the MCS, which one? Which tool you need to integrate with Citrix site like in Citrix Studio so that you are able to create MCS based machine catalog. Can anyone tell?
You.
Huh?
Now,
No, which component you need to integrate with Citrix site? to see MCS based machine catalog creation option. Hosting, right? Without hosting, you can't create MCS, right? The only thing you need to do additional configuration after creating the site. But for PVS, you need to create separate server, separate store to store your VHD file. Okay, that I will show you. Now, you understood, right? In MCS, if you create a machine catalog, so each and every VM will use their separate hard disk to store the operating system. So this is clear, right? Then coming to PVS, so you have one PVS server, okay? You need to create one VHD file. VHD file is nothing but operating system only, okay? VHD OS, okay? By you, so this OS and then PVS will have communication. How, see, if any end user is accessing the VDI, what you will do, you will create the VM and then you will add to the machine catalog and deliver, and then user can access, right? The similar way, after creating the VHD OS file in the PVS console, how you are managing the VDI and then server VDA in the Studio console, similar way, PVS based VMs you need to manage via Citrix provisioning console, but you need to use the OS. So this is called, you can consider this is golden image or master VM OS kind of thing. So the similar, this both are same. In MCS we have VM, but in PVS we have virtual hard disk, that is operating system. So by using this virtual hard disk operating system, we are going to stream the operating system to the n number of device. So you need to create like a VM. This is diskless VM. Okay, this is called diskless VM. Okay, diskless VM in the sense like a local hard disk. So it won't have local hard disk, but it will have the RAM, CPU. Only to boot up, it won't have local hard disk. Okay, no hard disk. That is called no hard disk for OS. So this is clear. No hard disk for OS. So once you create the entry for this VM in PVS console, once you added this entry in the PVS console, okay, we need to do some basic configuration. I will tell you. And then if you power on that machine, what it will do, it will communicate with PVS server. From PVS server, it will check which operating system. For example, if you have multiple operating system disk, it will verify which operating system disk attached to this particular machine, and then from the disk, this VM will get OS. So like this, you can assign this disk to n number of device. So single V disk to multiple VM, we can stream the operating system. Now, because each and every VM will not have their own hard disk to store the operating system. It means you are consuming the, sorry, you are not using, you are not utilizing the storage, right? Because operating system will be streamed from centralized location with only one disk. So you can stream operating system to n number of devices like 1,000 device, 2,000 device, but VM will not have their own hard disk to store the operating system. Hey, this is clear. At least you got some idea what is PVS, what is MCS.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now let me show you the console, PVS console, and then I'm going to see now to create the master VM. What are the things you did first? Tell me. The similar way we need to do now. For to create the master image, what are the things you did to create MCS based machine catalog? First thing, what you need to do.
We had to create one VM and we
Okay,
had to install the required applications and we had to install the VD agent in that. And
okay.
we
So
had to join. Yeah.
ah, so you are clear, right? The similar way, what we need to do, we need to create one VM. Under this VM, we need to install the required application and then VDA software. Without VDA software, it won't communicate with your Citrix delivery controller. So two things. So first, required application and then VDA. The third one, okay, target device, that is called TD. So this is user record application and then VDA software to communicate with Citrix controller. TD means Citrix target device software. Okay, PVS, provisioning service target device software. So what's target device software will it will do? So how what VDA will do? It will always communicate with the delivery controller, right? The similar way, Citrix target device software will communicate with PVS. So When you are creating the PVS based device, you need to install two components. Citrix component. One is VDA and then one more is Citrix target device software. This is common. So requested application you need to install and then VDA TD. So now yesterday what I did, we created one VM and then we installed VDA, but we yet to create we install the target device software that I will show you. After creating this, after installing this component, we are going to convert this VM as a VHD OS. After creating the VHD OS, then only we are going to stream the operating system to the n number of device. So this is clear. So yesterday what I did, I just created two PVS server, two server for the high availability purpose. You know why we need to use high availability, why we need to use more than two server for same role to maintain the high availability, right? So let me show you. If any doubt, just ask me. We will discuss again. So I have created two server PVS1 and then PVS2, one more VM to create the virtual hard disk like operating system. First, I will connect to PVS server. I will show you the things and then we will go with the target device to install the Citrix target device software. This is 51. So this is the PVS console. Okay. So this PVS console will be look like this only. So this VD store is nothing but we are going to create a VHD file, right? That will be stored under here. The same VHD will list out here. From here only you need to attach to the VM if you create. For right now, we don't have any VM created, but I will show you after creating the disk. I will show you how to create PVS based machine catalog, then how to do some other PVS based activity. But now maybe you will not understand something. So after creating the VHD file, if we create some VMs, if it is streaming from the PVS, and then you will get to know so what it will do. But initially for you it's difficult to understand, but after today class or tomorrow class you will have a complete idea so how it's working, why we need to use that. So let me go to the machine where we need to create the VHD file. So this one I created, right? Just copy this IP address. Also mount the ISO here. Already started. Okay, initially, while creating the VHD file, you might not get the clear understanding why I am doing this one. But later, once I created everything, after that, if I explain, you will understand. For now, see, these PBS based machines are working on based on the DSCP scope option that I will discuss in detail later. Now, to see what I am doing to create the VHD file, like to convert this machine into VHD format. What I am going to do, Just have a look. Anyway, we recorded this session, right? So after this session, we will discuss again that part. You know, Citrix released a 2.4.11.
I think it's 1 week back or something, right? They
Correct, correct,
released it.
correct. Yeah, I downloaded. We'll see. Upgrade also later. I kept it. Hey, maybe today you will not understand, but tomorrow, after creating the BHD, I will explain the steps one by one. Then you will have any idea. Okay, you will get some idea. But today, I don't think that you will have some idea. But anyway, let's see. So, Subrata, do you know how this target devices are getting communicated with the PVS? So, how the booting is happening? What kind of boot method you are using in your infra?
Mm,
Don't know. Huh?
no, no, no.
Okay, fine. No, it's not reflecting. Okay. And now we got the software mounted here. Just open this one. So you can see, right, target device installation. So server and then console, we need to install under server. So in the target VM, we need to install target device installation. Okay, just install it. See this environment, I'm not going to use DSAP to boot this device from the network. So I'm going to create, see, generally, you know, right, in VMware, we can use this one OS file and then ISO file and then we are booting, right? The similar way I'm going to do. But let me create the VHD first and then I will explain. So now what it will do after creating this, installing the software, to create the OS, what it's asking, so this is imaging wizard. By using the imaging wizard only, you can able to convert this VM into VHD. Okay, so for that I'm going to communicate with PVS server. So what is our PVS IP address? Just mention here, 168.51. Okay, here you can see, right, create a vdisk. Okay, create a vdisk. So next option, so mention, so this VM entry going to create in PVS. So just give one name. You have two collection. So under the collection we have two, but anyway go with the default. For now you just blindly follow, but later you will understand. So what we need to do, again I'm going to show this one after complete PVS setup. After that, again I'm going to create vdisk for Windows 10. Now we are creating 2019 server. When I'm creating the vdisk for Windows 10, that time you will understand. For this time just watch it, what I'm doing. So this name will be created in the previous OS. So VHD or we have two format of disk. Okay, one is VHDX and then VHD. So just I'm going with VHDX. We'll discuss these things later. For now, you just simply see this one. So this is activation, how you are going to use activation for Windows server. For now, I'm going with none. We don't have any KMS or else Mac. So entire desk. So next time when I create the Windows 10, I will explain after creating this one. Then only you will understand. So for now, you just see it. So now it's done. I should not do anything for that. So next time when I am going to reboot this machine, next time when it's coming up, it will boot from the PVS and then it will convert this entire VM into VHD. For now, I will minimize this one. I need to do some changes from the PVS. I'm going to create one, this one, ISO file. This is my PVS server. Okay. So I'm going to give some instruction to the machine to boot up. So this information will be assigned to the particular device which where we are going to boot up now. We have one VM, right? I just installed that VD agent, sorry, target device software, and then it's waiting for the boot, right? So for that VM, next time when it's coming to boot up, it will get this IP address. It will not get the IP address from DSCP because I am not going to use DSCP for the machine boot up. Just see simply. Okay, this is done. Boot. I'm going to use this ISO to vCenter. I'm going to upload this one. Where I can see that option. Wi-Fi access to. So I'm going to upload that ISO file here. Okay, it's came now. Now go to vCenter. Where is that VM? I need to attach that ISO file for next time boot up. Also, I need to change the boot option here. So this is the Go to advanced VM option. Okay, during the next boot, port sent it to E option. Ports. Okay, shut down. Yes. Now come to vCenter. Just try to power on once it's powered off. Eh, I did some changes for to get communicate with PBS to create the OS disk. So before and all, what I did, like I installed the software, right? Till that you are clear, right? Why I install target device to get communicate with the PBS server. That is clear. I'm going to power on now. So just go to, I need to change the boot order. Enter setup, configure boot option, change the boot order to ISO disk. I need to change. So virtual disk, okay. Very virtual VMware SATA plus enter. I change to like a CD drive, the first option, because we are using ISO file, that is CD drive, the first option we need to use. So now commit changes and exit. Now for the boot up, what it will do, it will boot from the ISO file so that it will communicate with the PBS server. Let me check one more time. So it's in virtual hard disk. Okay. Okay, now you can see, right? Unable to resolve 51 IP. What is IP address of this one? PBS 51 only. Let me see one more time. Why it's not getting communicated? PBS 1 51 only, 192 168. Okay, let me come to this again. Let me create vice. Actually, we are not using like this one, right? One minute, let me I'm using this network, right? My public network from the internet, right? So that PVS address is unable to communicate. So that's why I added that IP address manually. So now it's getting sync with PVS server and then it will boot up. So after login to the machine, it will create the VHD file in the PVS console. So now it's getting booted from PVS. Subrata.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now it just powered on this VM, but now this VM is having communication between PVS, but it's yet to create the virtual hard disk in the PVS. But at the time of VHD creation, it's already created the entry in PVS. Let me show it to you. Go to PVS. You can see, right, one disk is created, but it's not completed. Still, it's under creation progress. So for this disk right now connected to this machine. So we created, right, this machine from at the time of PhD creation. So this attached, but this right now you can see the target device is booted from hard disk. Once we created a VM, like operating system for other target device, it will show booted from V disk. So right now we are in the OS VHD file creation. That's why it's showing hard disk now. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to log into the machine so that it will complete the VHD file creation. It's for only to create the operating system. We need to do this kind of setup. The first VHD file. So after creating the VHD file, you no need to do this kind of things. Only you are going to manage from the previous perspective. That only you need to focus. So now you can see, right, what it's doing actually. After login to the machine, it started communicating with the PVS server, and then it's making the record details to create the machine card, sorry, VHD file. Before that, it will format the disk also. We need to create yes. So it will format the disk and then it will create the VHD file. That's it. So now close it. It's now what it will do as part of this process, it will convert this entire VM into VHD file. Yeah, at least basic things you are getting or not. See, just what we are doing, we just created one VM and then we installed the software, VDA. Then to create the VHD file, we installed Citrix target device software. After that, by using the Citrix provisioning imaging wizard, we are converting this VM into VHD file. Just we are converting this entire VM into VHD file. By using that VHD file, we are going to stream the operating system to the n number of devices. Now go to PVS server. You can see this information. Let me go to the PVS store also. Store is nothing but one shared drive. So it started creating. Okay, you can see, right? So it's creating. This is a VHD file. The size getting increased, right? Everyone
Yes,
can
sir.
see
Yes,
this
Yes,
yes.
sir.
getting increased because it started creating the VHD file. Once the creation completed, by using this VHD, we are going to mount to n number of device. So now you can see already that VM entry also created here. This is the VM. You can see, right? You can go and see that. So device also you can see IP address something like that here. So also that disk is available here. Once it's completely converted, we can create some PVS based machine catalog. So let's see. So if you have any general doubt, we'll discuss, man. It will take 10 to 15 minutes to complete this VHD creation. Just ask me your doubt anything.
So that I wanted to know that booting process
Hmm. I
that
will
I
tell you. Actually, there is two type of booting method. Okay, one is right now we are using BDM. Okay, you want to know the booting method. That's what after creating some VM, if we discuss about a booting method, then you will understand. Because since we did not created any VM by using VHD file. So once
okay,
we started creating one or two VM, if you see how the machine is getting streamed from PVS, and then if we discuss about booting method, it's easy for you to understand.
okay,
If I
okay,
explain now itself, because you did not saw that how the VM is getting booted from PVS. We are in the progress of creating the VHD. After one device creation, I can demonstrate. We have three type of booting method generally we used to do. Right now I'm doing one booting method, right? This is BDM ISO file method. So I used one ISO file to boot up this machine, right? You can see, right? This is not network boot. This is BDM file configuration, boot device manager. I'm using this ISO file. In this ISO file, what kind of information is there? Like to whom I need to communicate. Okay, which IP address I need to get. So this VM will not go for the DSCP. So everything. So let me show you the PVS console. So this is your PVS console. Generally, if see, this is one of the method. If you want to use BDM file to boot up your image, Subrata, this is for you. This is one of the method. If you don't want to use your DSCP to provide the operating system after getting communicated with PBS, you can use this method. So here you need to mention who all are PVS server. So this is one of the PVS server IP address. If you have multiple PVS, just add the PVS IP address here, PVS server. Okay, and then next. So again you are going to mention here. So to whom I need to contact, like which IP address need to be assigned to the particular target device. So those kind of information you can mention here. Okay.
okay,
So once you mention the information, if you burn, based on this information, it will create as a ISO file. That ISO file you can mount to the any VM. So it will read this ISO file as part of the booting. So you can use see for generally booting method you can use your pen drive, CD drive or local hard disk, right? If anyone put OS, you might know what is boot option, boot order. For example, you are using your laptop is getting booted from a hard disk. Suddenly you want to change your operating system. So what you will do, you will create one bootable pen drive, and then you will insert into your laptop. You will go to BIOS, you will change the boot order, right? So that next time when you are rebooting your machine, it will get booted from your pen drive, correct?
right,
The
right,
similar way, you need to decide which type of booting method you are going to use your VM. So this is one of the booting method, ISO booting method. ISO booting method is nothing but BDM, boot device manager management. Here you need to mention the information, and then you need to give why, since I told you PVS is depending on the network, right? So see one thing, I will give one more example. You need to go to BSNL office. You know that this BSNL office is located on this particular street, but you don't know whether it's a beginning of the street or middle of the street or end of the street. You don't know, but you know that BSNL office is located on this particular street. So instead of without knowing anything about the location, if you go to that street, okay, you will find out. But if you don't know exact place, like whether it's the beginning of the street or middle of the street or else end of the street, what you will do? You will search, right? Where is office, entire street you will go, right? So for this you will consume some more time, correct? Suppose if you know already, BSNL office located on this particular street, but in middle of the street. What you will do, you will not look in the end of the street or else beginning of the street. Directly you will go to the middle of the street and then you will look for the office, right? So that you can consume the time, right? If you don't know where it is, similar way, this VM will get operating system definitely, but to whom I need to communicate, to which IP address I need to get from DSCP. Everything you are predefined in the ISO file itself. It means the target device when you are powering on, this ISO file will give the instruction to the target device. You are going to boot up based on my instruction. I will tell you who is the PVS server, which is your IP address. Everything you get it now itself, so that the VM will boot up very fast. So based on this booting method, you can reduce the VM booting time. If you use DSCP, if you use DSCP to boot the images from PVS, what actually PVS will do? Generally, we discussed earlier. Just tell me what it will do. First, PVS will look who is coming without any IP address, and then it will provide the IP address. It's need to communicate. It's need to complete the DORA process. After completing the DORA process, it will send the communication to the PVS. So it will take long time, right? See, everything you are getting in the ISO file itself, in the hypervisor level itself. But if you are not using this ISO file method boot, like a BDM file boot, the VM will need to communicate with DSCP. After completing the IP assignment, again it will look for the scope option. See, anyone know what is DSCP scope option? Sheikh?
No, sir.
No, no. What is DSCP scope option?
Hello.
Anyone know what is DSCP scope option?
Hello.
Yeah, Sheikh, please go ahead. Do you know what is scope option?
Uh, we provide the scope option. In between the scope option, the IPs will be delivered to the clients.
No, correct. See, first you need to create the scope. Under the scope, you will mention the IP address from which IP range to which IP range the target, sorry, the device need to get. After that, after completing that IP assignment, there is multiple things: a DNS IP address, a DNS name,
The
and then
router,
some other additional things you can mention as part of this DORA process itself. So for that, you need to provide PVS server also, which file you need to download. That we will configure, but just I'm telling you. So it's need to process all the steps, then only it will get the operating system. But in BDM, it's very easy. Okay, just forget about this concept. We'll discuss tomorrow so that you will understand. So now the VHD creation is completed. Okay, click done. Now I am powering on this one. Shut down. So now from this VM, we created the VHD file, operating system. Now by using that operating system, we are going to create a PVS based machine catalog. Okay. So now you can see, right? Completely this VHD file is created. Right now it's in a private mode. Private mode means like a read and write. We will discuss tomorrow. Today just I will create one machine catalog by using PVS VDS. Tomorrow we'll start from the beginning. I will explain each and everything. At least today to make you like okay, we saw how to create a PVS based machine catalog. So that's why I'm not going to discuss, and then I'm going to create a PVS based machine catalog. But tomorrow, manual creation and then automated creation, we will see everything and then image update. Now, right click, go to properties, change the method to private to standard. Private means read and write. Standard means only read, because end user should not make any changes on the disk. That's why we need to change into standard, multi-device read-only access. So you can attach this VHC now to multi-device, but it will allow only read access. It won't write anything on the operating system. We'll discuss tomorrow detail, but today just I want to create a machine catalog by using PVS concept. Okay. Now we have one standard VDS. Now I am going to create one template to create VM. Okay. Again, I'm telling you tomorrow I will discuss in detail. Today just I'm showing. That's it.
Hello.
Yeah, Sheikh.
Shiva, I'm not clear about the V disk which is created.
Hmm.
Actually, we have installed the target device to
Hmm.
communicate the previous server.
Hmm.
Okay, so we have created a ISO file by the wizard.
Hmm.
We converted the create disk, right?
Correct.
So where it is exactly locating? I mean, we need to create the path manually, or
Ha,
it
correct.
will.
See, that the path and all at the time of PBS server installation, you need to create one share path. Okay, I created yesterday one share path. So these share path I need to add while creating the PBS server. I need to mention this path.
Yeah. So my question is, before installing the target device, we have created this shared path and communicated to the previous server. Or
Correct. No, no. This is yesterday. Yesterday, when I install the PBS server, you can see that video. Okay, when I install the PBS server, as part of this PBS server configuration, you need to mention the path also. So that's why when I communicate with this PBS server, when I initiated the VDisk creation, based on the server configuration, that VDisk will be placed. So for this PBS server, we have this path as a VDisk storage location.
so the target device will communicate with the previous server.
Correct.
So all the path is
Correct.
configured. So that's why the disk will be created and it will be stored in the path.
Correct, exactly. So if you want to see again what I will do after this completion, I will create one more PVS server. I will show you to the beginning. Okay. So right now for this site we have two PVS server. So both the PVS servers are sharing the same store path. That's why I requested you guys join yesterday. But anyway, no issue. What I am going to do again for right now, these two PVS using the common share, but this not like recommended one. We need to use two different paths so that if one path is not accessible, other path can be accessible, and then disk will be streamed from other path. I will show you. Yesterday itself I thought to create two store, but I don't want to do that again after discussing these things. If I explain why we need to maintain two store for the hierarchy purpose, why we are using two PVS for the hierarchy purpose, right? The similar way, store also you need to use two different path. That I will show you later. Okay. Now by using this path, we created the VHD file. That's why it's showing here. Now what I'm going to do, by using this VHD file operating system, I am going to create like five machines in the Citrix PVS-based machine catalog. Sheikh, today it's difficult to understand, Sheikh. Tomorrow,
Okay.
once you see the
So
how the machine is
VD,
getting
yeah, the VDs which is created, it is appearing in the store and the VDs pool both are same.
correct. So tomorrow I will show you from the beginning. Now just I want to show you how the machines are getting booted from PVS. So once it's booted, I will explain the things. Tomorrow we'll create manually all the components, like all the components like machine, everything. Then you will understand. Again tomorrow I will explain from the beginning. That time you will get a clear understanding. But now just listen, you need to see how the machines are getting booted from PVS from single disk. How more than 5 machines or 10 machines booting. I want to show it to you now. Don't worry, man. I will make you uh, uh, clear understanding. You will have tomorrow. But for now, you just leave it. Okay, Sheikh. Hello, Sheikh.
Yeah, Okay,
No,
okay, understood.
tomorrow you will have clear understanding, man. But today just
Right.
see.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Because I need one model template, that's why I'm creating one VM. I will make this VM as a model. I will template. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one PVS based machine catalog. So just go to PVS. So Sheikh, at the time of PVS server installation, we integrated our PVS into Citrix. So brother, this will help you because Rahul also asked me how to create VM from PVS console. Okay, just go to here, site, right click. So Citrix virtual desktop setup wizard. You need to use this option. Okay. So welcome to Citrix Virtual Desktop. So we are going to create PVS based machine catalog. So now enter the address. This is our delivery controller. This is vCenter IP address. Sorry, just now I created, right? Okay, let me add one more thing I missed out. I need to add this cluster also. 1 minute. So 55. Let me add to under here. Okay, otherwise I will create one more VM here. VDA cluster. Okay. Okay, so just now I created one template, right? So we need to have one template like what is the VM configuration. That's why we need to create one template. So this is already, right? So we are keeping the functional level of our target device software, sorry, VDA version. So 2206, click next. Now, so Now it's asking which operating system you are going to use to create PVS based machine catalog. If we have n number of disk, it will show here. We need to select the respective disk. For now, we have only one disk. So machine catalog PVS MC server 2019. Okay, create new machine catalog.
Sir,
So
in
this is,
this
sorry.
sir, in this target device, sorry, in this template, there is no VDA agent and target
No,
device.
this is only like a plain VM. Anyway, we are going to use OS, right? This
Okay.
is, see, this here, what it will do, what is the VM configuration, like what is the size of RAM, what is the CPU count, okay, in which location. So those kind of only VM level configuration. It won't have any hard disk or software. So everything is there, right, in the V disk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood. Yes.
Okay. So now the machine catalog name, the same name will be created under your PVS server device collection and then in MCS, sorry, in Studio Machine Catalog. So now it's a multi-session or single session. So ours is multi-session. Click. Now how many VM? So just create 4, 2 CPU. Okay, and then here you can see. So whether you are going to use Pixie boot or else BDM. So we will use BDM. Why I'm not using Pixie? This is not a private network. This is I'm using the router to distribute the IP, so it won't be feasible to get. Sometime it will work, sometime it won't work, so that's why I'm going with the BDM. Click next. BDM means ISO file booting. Click next. So now it's asking whether you want to create a domain account for these machines. Yes, so click next. So OU I need to create. I don't have any OU. Array. First let me create one OU. I think already we have OU. Don't have OU. Where is OU, man? Organizational unit. Okay, PVS VM. Just created. Let's go to. So now I got the OU. So just naming convention. How you are giving in this one, right?
Yes.
MCS. So similar way. What is the naming convention? Okay. So just Citrix. Okay. So our address is like add. So we have two PVS server. Just I added. Okay. Click next. Finish. So just review. So how you are creating the MCS based machine catalog? The similar way from PVS we can create PVS based machine catalog. So click finish.
Sir, for this plain mission, we are adding the VDs now, sir, so that it will getting OS and everything.
Correct. So now we are creating 4 machines. So everything you are predefining. So once you complete it, it will create the machine and then it will assign the VDisk everything because you have the VDisk information everything, right? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
tomorrow I
Yes.
will manually create man. So what are the information you need to keep in mind? So I will create manually and then you will understand. Okay. But this is automated kind of things. So you can hear us. He can hear me, right? Hello. Hello.
Sir?
No, no. Are you able to hear me? Okay, fine.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Now you can see under the collection. You can see that machine
Yes, sir.
catalog here.
Yes.
Okay, fine then. You can see, right? So we created 4 machines. It started booting. Okay, it started booting, right? So 4 machine we created. So delivery group, sorry, device collection name the same like machine catalog name. So let's see. So for machine also booted. It's got IP address also. Just go to the PVS.
Sir, your voice is lagging, sir. For me,
Hello, hello, hello,
only
hello.
this.
Hey, are you able to hear me? Everyone can hear me or not? Sheikh, Subrada, Ramalakshmi, are you able to hear me? Hello? Can someone confirm whether you are able to hear me or not? Hello? Hello?
Sir, your voice is lagging, sir, actually.
To hear, but your screen is continuously rolling, so I'm not able to see that.
Sir, your voice is lag, sir, actually. We are not able to hear you.
Your voice is breaking, sir.
Looks like there's some kind of network issue on your side.
Hey, now are you able to hear me? Hello? Hello, hello, hello.
Still your voice breaking, sir.
Okay, let me rejoin.
Hello?
Yeah. Let me reshare the link. So Wi-Fi off பண்ணியேனா?